Hello and welcome to the vlog. Today we are discussing country and story and how this is important to the Aboriginal community. This vlog will be looking at the significance and relevance of country and story to my future role as a teacher and identifying strategies to enhance my effectiveness in the classroom, particularly for engaging and including Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students, families and communities. Begin looking at country and story of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. It is important to discuss what country means to the Aboriginal people. When an Aboriginal person uses the term country, it is meant in a different way to how we would use the term country. For Aboriginal people, culture, nature and the land are all linked together in a spiritual way, and the Aboriginal communities around Australia have a cultural connection to the land which is based on each community's distinct culture, traditions and laws. Therefore, the term country to Aboriginal people refers to everything within the landscape including landforms, waters, airs, trees, rocks, plants, animals, foods, medicines, minerals, stories, and special places. Community connections include cultural practices such as knowledge, songs, stories, art, as well as people past, present, and future. The video attached here shows and highlights what country means to some Aboriginal people, and I would recommend watching. As an Aboriginal person, they are given custodial responsibilities to care for their country, to ensure that it continues in proper order and provides physical substance and spiritual nourishment. A quote from Dennis Foley sums up this connection to country by stating, "The land is the mother and we are of the land. We do not own the land, rather the land owns us. The land is our food, our culture, our spirit and our identity." It is clear that the idea of country and story is extremely important to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. So it is important for us as future teachers of Aboriginal students to understand the repercussions that can occur when an Aboriginal person feels disconnected to country. A quote that sums up this feeling of disconnection is one by Catherine Little. She states, "To not know your country causes a painful disconnection, the impact of which is well documented in studies relating to health, well-being and life outcomes. It is this knowledge that enables me to identify who I am, who my family is, who my ancestors were and what my stories are. We are indistinguishable from our country, which is why we fight so hard to hang on to it." As a future teacher myself, it is important that I understand Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture and the ways in which these students can learn in the classroom. As a teacher, it is important to be educated on the strategies and ways in which you can help with engagement in the classroom from these students with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander backgrounds. One key idea to be aware of when teaching students from an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander background is that they are going to be less likely to answer questions in the classroom, as their culture is based on the passing down of stories rather than questioning and answers. Creative spirits state that due to this, it is more effective for a teacher to use storytelling with visual cues in their teaching to support the learning of Aboriginal students, who learn through storytelling than by reading and processing material directly. Matthew Pinchbeck, a teacher with an Aboriginal background, backs this up by stating, "I realise that many children might know the answer, but aren't comfortable speaking up. Instead, I try to incorporate more hands-on learning and a greater variety of practical experiences in our lesson." Another thing to be mindful of is that some students with an Aboriginal background will be hesitant in letting the teacher know that they don't understand a certain topic or question. This is due to the fear of shame in front of the wider audience of the classroom. And this is where teachers have to implement a strategy to make sure that they're checking in with these students and making sure they are understanding the learning taking place in the classroom in a setting away from the rest of the class where the student is comfortable to express their concerns. Also, as discussed earlier, culture and country are extremely important to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, so it is important for the teacher to be aware of this. One of the ways that a teacher can help Aboriginal students is by creating lessons and activities that relate to the student's culture so that they can feel proud and comfortable speaking and learning about their culture. It is also noted to be aware of the Aboriginal people's culture and the idea of country in some of the teachings that could be conducted in the classroom. This is due to the Aboriginal students having a different view towards some ideas than what English background people may have. And this is due to them seeing nature from a more spiritual connection. To conclude this vlog, it has been discussed today how country and stories are important to the Aboriginal people and provides them with a deeper and spiritual connection to the land in which they live. It has also been discussed how we as teachers need to be aware of this connection and idea of country and have strategies in place to help engage students of Aboriginal background in the educational setting. I would like to thank you all for listening to this vlog, and I hope you have enjoyed it and learned a little bit more about Aboriginal people in culture and story.